What's going on YouTube? It's your man Trey Vito back with another Vito variants. How y'all feeling today? Hopefully well. Today's episode is going to be a little short, a little change in plans for tomorrow's video. So if you guys tuned in to Sandstorm's Stormcast last week, I announced that I was going to be doing the Mandalorian season 3 review. Well, I got a little something different I want to do. And besides, Mandalorian has already came and went. It's been maybe 2 weeks since the finale. So we're gonna do something different. So that leads me to today's video. I'm still going to be covering Mandalorian content, just not the way I would have if I was doing the review. So with the recent release of Jedi Survivor, first of all, I would do a video on how do you guys feel about this launch, because it's been mixed emotions throughout the fandom, and really it's not even a fandom, it's the video gamers. We are criticizing the mess out of this launch. It is, trust me, I've been playing this game. It is there's some points where I'm just kind of like, oh man, that takes away from the feeling of what this is supposed to be. But I'm just gonna play it for what it is and wait for these patches. You know what I mean? They had a day one patch. Whatever they did, I don't know. Anyway, today's topic. How would you feel if they made a Mandalorian game? Now, first, right off the hand, you have material with the Mandalorian series. So yeah, you can make a Mandalorian game with all new Mandalorian situations, new missions, whatever you have going on. You can actually take it back before he met Grogu and what made him a very promising bounty hunter. You know what I mean? You can take that game concept so far back with Din Djarin. There's countless stories you can make, or you can actually make a completely whole new character, somebody new, bring some of that, the Old Republic, the Legends content, bring some of that in there and just, have some lore, have some discovery, some stuff that you need to discover as a Mandalorian, just trying to find his history or something like that, you know what I mean? Or you can take it back to the Old Republic days or further back or whenever, however you want to take it back and start from there. You know what I'm saying? How Mandalore was before, it became what it is known to this day. So there's so many ways you can play with this type of title. The next idea will probably be something like a Hogwarts Legacy based type of game. If they design this type of game to be a open world RPG, create your own character, I think that would be pretty dope, because I think a lot of times when we play, or not even play, but when we think of Star Wars or we think of Harry Potter or we think of Star Trek or any of these mega entertainment titles, whatever you want, sci-fi titles or whatever you want to call it, you always put yourself into that character. You put yourself into that position. You make yourself a part of that story, or you try to relate to that character as much as you can. And then some of us even go as far as to create your own fan stories at home, either on YouTube, or you might write a fan book, or whatever the situation may be. There's so many ideas that we've had that a RPG, create your own character, open world game will benefit us people, fans that have this broad imagination of what I would do if I was a Mandalorian. Now the question is, who's going to make this game? Now we already have the juggernauts, EA. They've been holding the reins to Star Wars for quite some time now. But they have, either good or bad, they have had their run with this title. So now I feel it's time to see someone else kind of, pick up the reins. And from what we hear and what's been reported and what's been shared to us, Ubisoft is actually working on the first open world Star Wars game. So let's see what they'll, bring to the table. But as far as a Mandalorian game, I really feel that if EA was to attempt to make a solely just Mandalorian, any type of game, I believe they can do it with BioWare, the people that made Mass Effect. Now, they need to redeem themselves because Mass Effect Andromeda and Anthem, which looked like they were going to be promising games, they actually weren't at all. They both had negative reviews, and it was just a disappointment to that franchise, to that that company's name. There's just a stain on their on their name that they have to live with. But I feel like if they were to team up with EA again, or whatever the situation may be, I don't even know if they're owned by the EA, but if they are owned by EA and they are approached about a Star Wars game, I hope it's a Mandalorian game, and I hope they can redeem themselves. They already have the tools and mindset of a Mandalorian as far as jetpacks, blasters, range combat, close-up combat, because I can't front, like Anthem had a good concept as far as gameplay and fighting and all this other stuff. So I definitely think they can handle a Mandalorian. The next company, which I know they just came out with their first big game, but I feel that they will probably have a fresh take, a fresh look at how to make a open world Mandalorian game will be Avalanche. This is the company that just gave us Hogwarts Legacy, and they did a pretty good job. I mean, for their first time, for their detail, their attention to detail, it was spot on. For the moviegoers or the people that read the books and the movies, they did a pretty good job, and the combat and the just overall just everything, the gameplay, the mechanics, everything was very, very good, for their first time around. So, they can only get better or they can only get worse. I feel they could get better. And by them having that attention to detail and having the right sources and right tools, they can actually make a pretty damn good Mandalorian game. So, tell me down in the comments section, what would you like in a Mandalorian game? Would you even like a Mandalorian game? But if you do want a Mandalorian game, would you like to pick up on Din Djarin's story? Would you like to, get his origin story? Would you like to have a completely new character, or maybe even a character that we know of already that's in Star Wars, that's a Mandalorian? Would you like to have them as the main character that you play with? Or would you like to have a opportunity to create your own character? It might still be scripted and all this other stuff, but still, you'll be able to create your own character, your own Mandalorian, just like kind of like Hogwarts Legacy allowed you to create your own wizard. Let me know down in the comment section, which one of those would you like? And also, too, it's May the 4th, and I hope you are having a great May the 4th. And please stay tuned for tomorrow. I got a different surprise type of review I'm going to do. I'm just going to let you know that pay attention to everything that's going on today on May the 4th. There's been some releases, so if you have, just know tomorrow's episode may contain something that just released today. So with that being said, I'll see you tomorrow, guys, on the Vitoverse. Peace. Oh, and may the force be with you.